These are the coziest, most gently mysterious, clean, and Christian reads. Welcome to the Cozy Little Library today with your Clean Reads Book Buddy. Over the past 2 years, I've shared 150 cozy and clean fall books. Today, I'm pulling out my top 15 favorite clean books to read in the autumn season. They actually happen in fall. Historical, contemporary, middle grade, classics. It's not a countdown. We're just going to count to 15. Winter Set by Tiffany Odekirk. Now, don't let this title fool you. This is not a winter book. It's a story about a woman hiding out in an abandoned manor in the wilds of northern England. She's hiding in priest holes and spots in this crumbling manor's walls because a new heir is coming to claim his manor, and she decides the best way to get rid of him is to haunt him. He doesn't really know what's going on, but it is so funny. Clean Regency, gothic atmosphere, and unexpectedly hilarious. It also has a lot of depth, peril at the end, so very atmospheric. Stranger in the Looking Glass by Jan Fields is a cozy contemporary mystery about a woman who inherits her late aunt's old manor in Maine and the antique shop next door. She's a widow and an empty nester, and she finds an antique mirror that has a recent photo of her aunt and uncle, but her uncle passed away 20 years ago. There were lots of noises and bumps in the night as she thinks someone's in the house at times. It was so spooky and so much fun. The Secret of Pembroke Park by Julie Klassen is about a family who moves into a manor that was abandoned for 18 years. And it's so very creepy because when they arrive, they see teacups crusted where they were left, a doll's house frozen mid-play. Then anonymous letters start arriving. This is a Regency mystery, wonderfully atmospheric. The Hidden Staircase by Carolyn King. Classic Nancy Drew and her friends' elderly relatives are convinced that their old mansion is haunted. There's music with no explanation, a chandelier that's moving on its own, heirlooms that are vanishing right out of a locked house, and then Nancy's own father goes missing too. The Apothecary's Daughter by Julie Klassen, a Regency mystery and romance. Lily grew up helping in her father's apothecary shop, all while quietly wondering why her mother vanished without a word many years before. When a season in London finally hands her a taste of the world that she's been dreaming of, it also hands her very real clues that actually show her what happened to her mother. There is more than one love interest in this, so up until the end, I didn't really know who she was going to end up with. It's very, very slow and cozy and autumnal and lovely. The Writing on the Wall by Elizabeth Maddox is about a crude map that is scratched into a lighthouse wall and a family secret that's nearly a century old that Mary and her friend find because it has something to do with his family, they find out. This is book 4 in the Secrets of Mary's Bookshop cozy contemporary mystery series, but you do not have to read these in order. It was such a fun treasure hunt. The Mysteries of Pendlewar Hall by Siri James is about a woman who is asked to go to a grand old estate. The person that used to own the old estate has passed away under strange circumstances, and she can't help herself but get involved and try to solve the mystery. There's a Navy captain who is single and has scars. It is a Victorian Gothic, very easy writing with a little Jane Eyre and a little Beauty and the Beast mixed in. I love this mystery. I didn't figure it out. I loved the mystery aspect. The Jewels of Halstead Manor by Casey Stockton is a Regency mystery story of a woman on her way to her grumpy, estranged uncle's estate. She's worried that he doesn't know she's coming, and then she finds an injured stranger. Then a gunshot rings out. Was it meant for her? It is very slow, very cozy, very intriguing, mystery, peril, all the things. A lot of fun. A Noble Masquerade by Kristi Ann Hunter. I had so much fun with this book, have read it multiple times, and I made up a genre just for for it. Christian Regency rom-com mystery, because Miranda has been pouring her heart into letters to a duke that she's never met. She never intended to send them, but her brother's new valet starts sending them without her knowledge. Then she gets involved in a little bit of peril and mystery. It is incredibly fun. If you haven't read this yet, you must, and it happens in the autumn season. The Maid of Ballymaccool by Jennifer Dibble is a charming historical romance. It has an Irish backdrop, Gaelic words scattered throughout, and a fairy tale hush over the whole story. It's quieter and gentler than most, but this story has stayed with me, and there is so much outdoor atmospheric loveliness that I think about it so fondly. Seeking Persephone by Sarah M. Eden is about our wonderful main female character marrying a scarred, ill-tempered duke to save her family financially. So she moves into this castle that's deep in a forest in the autumn season. It's crawling with wild dogs and other danger. Beauty and the Beast, but make it Regency. The Letter from Briarton Park by Sarah E. Ladd. A Regency mystery about a letter arriving out of nowhere tied to a place that our main female character has never been, and it pulls her straight into the gloomy Yorkshire village where a house and an entire village are hiding something. Squeaky clean, slow burn, and just enough peril to keep you guessing. My last video was where I ranked all of Sarah E. Ladd's books. A lot of them do happen in the autumn season. Love's Mystery in Sleepy Hollow, New York by Gabrielle Meyer and Ruth Hearn, because this is two novellas in one, a century apart. In Meyer's 1820 historical story, it has a stranger showing up claiming to be Ichabod Crane's own brother, stirring up questions in Sleepy Hollow. Present day story follows a granddaughter who is trying to unmask the con artist before her grand loses everything else. Both stories are cozy and clever. And of course, if you haven't read the original story,
dreamed up by Washington Irving. Oh, he had a way with a yarn, did Mr. Irving.
I highly recommend The Legend of Sleepy Hollow. You can see that it is super short, but such a spooky classic about a school teacher, a lonely ride home at night, and a legend that's haunted the woods. The perfect creepy fall read. The Mysteries of Udolpho by Anne Radcliffe, a gothic classic where our heroine is orphaned and swept off to a crumbling Italian castle by a villain where she's locked behind walls with mysterious sounds, sealed chambers, and a portrait that no one will explain. The dread builds so slowly, and when we finally reach Udolpho, the Gothic Abbey, that's when everything truly is wonderful. It is rather long, and I will say the first half is beautiful, scenic storytelling. Hang in there. The audiobook does help, but once you get to the Gothic Abbey, it's all creepy, and I think it's delightful. Okay, I've been keeping a little bit of a secret from y'all. I have been reading fall books for a while so that I can give you a new 2026 fall books that I've never talked about before. That's coming very soon. But until then, let me know which one of these are calling your name and give me an autumn leaf emoji to let me know you made it to the end. Until next time.